So here we are.
In the car.
In the newly repaired car. It's like it's new.
Now, a lot of people have seen my car, they've been in my car, and know what a disaster area it was.
Nice traffic move just witnessed as we started.
Fuckhead just pulled out of a parking space and did a U-turn 360 right in front of us. There's no one behind us, right? They could have just waited for us and not pulled right in front of us, but they didn't. Which is coincidentally how the exterior of my car got fixed, because some fuckhead basically did that to me in the rain, and they did it with so little warning. I couldn't brake, the road was wet anyway. Didn't hit them hard. Lucky for them, I was approaching an intersection and was only going about 20 kilometers an hour, but they just went funt right in front of me. And in his defense, he didn't see me. Everyone makes that mistake from time to time.
You can't, occasionally you miss a car. And
reasonably sure that person back there was being an arsehole.
I'm prepared to back that. I'm prepared to back that.
But the guy who, it's funny, I hit him, but in insurance terms, he hit me, because it was 100% his fault. So he hit me with the rear passenger door of his car. He hit the front of my car with the rear passenger door of his, which, insurance is weird like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that got my car fixed. And there was a little ding on one side that I had actually done in a parking station, not being aware of this big pylon that I was next to, and when I reversed out, I scraped the side of the car.
It was a result of poor design, buddy. Result of poor design.
Yeah, let's say that. And me not being fully aware of poor design.
Is anyone aware of poor design until it comes and bites them?
Exactly. So repair guys said, we've got to replace the whole front thing because of what that guy did, and that's cool. But he said, really, that panel over there needs to be fixed so it'll fit properly in the new front panel we're doing. And I went, all right, that's mine, so we'll do that separately, and I will pay for it. And so that's okay. So I got a whole bunch of expensive stuff done at someone else's expense because it was their fault, including there was a little ding that I was responsible for there, but after this guy went in front of me, it was a big fucking ding. And so that got fixed. Whoa!
I think we need to see this.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, that is poor not work there. Poor not work at work.
What he's done there is that classic. He's got all that wood affixed to the top of his little trucky thing, and he's braked, and it wasn't secured properly, and it's all shot off the front of his fucking car. And I just barely restrained myself from saying the worst thing ever about that kid, and I bet you can guess what it was. We'll just keep it to ourselves.
We'll keep it to ourselves.
We may yet start up our secret YouTube channel, which we were going to call either The Worst People in the World or The Mayors of Wrongtown.
Yeah, The Mayors of Wrongtown Purge.
And, it would always just be silhouettes and...
and deeply masked.
Yeah, and digital manipulation on the voices, where we just said all the worst things in the world.
Yeah.
And basically the only thing that's held me back from that, because we've discussed exactly what we'd say on that channel, is the amount of fuckheads out there who just say that stuff. Yeah. Like with
cruel intent.
No irony, no kindness, no self-reflection. And it's the sort of stuff you can say to your mates because you have all the unspoken context of, I know you're not really like that, and you're actually deliberately saying the worst thing you can think of. I've been on the internet enough to know it's full of fuckwits who just think those things. In fact, even recently, I'll have to go back and have words on the text comment, relatively mild words, but I will point out some. I posted a video yesterday about this thing that happened on the weekend, a tech presentation, groundbreaking new stuff with TechCrunch, woo! And on the stage were some Australian developers, and they developed an app called Tit Stare. And
which, you know, you're not winning.
yeah, it's hard to tell exactly what it was, but what I believe it's their idea of joke. It shows, I think, what it does, and some people have sort of suggested that it might be worse than this, like it's a full-on creepy stalker border rape thing. But what I think it is, it just shows you pictures of tits and photographs your face as you look at them. So I imagine it's just a bunch of pictures if you're going, you know, and it's not like I have anything against tits or looking at them or sexuality. It's just that when you're in an industry, the tech IT industry, that has an appalling record for sexism and misogyny, and viciously, aggressively excluding women, and then passively making them feel unwelcome.
But has a heaping helping of homophobia with it as well.
Yeah, weird as. To, at a very high profile event, do something as negative as that. You could do literally anything in the world, and you choose to do something that negative and just go, oh, it's just a joke, man. It's just a joke. And it's sort of a neat summary of everything that's wrong with the IT world, the tech world.
I blame the jocks.
Yeah. Well, there's this jock mentality creeping into, because tech is getting more and more mainstream.
That's right.
And of course you're getting really rich from it. There's this real jock mentality creeping into it. And now often the sexism and misogyny was, you know, in the past was just because the tech guys had zero interaction with women and didn't realise what they were doing.
Yeah.
But now
those days are really changing.
And they actually even have self-described themselves with the horrible word programmers. And you know, seriously, I will fucking run you down if you ever use that term non-ironically around me. I will follow you in my car till you try and cross the street, and I'll run you down.
He will. He
and
really
that's just
will.
for the good of society and your own good, I want to point out.
Yeah. A couple of broken legs and a broken arm and some ribs will teach you some humility.
Yeah, and one of the comments I got back is, the world's stupid and PC. What's wrong with just staring at tits? And I'm going to go in two-pronged. One is, and I'm going to be relatively kind about relatively.
Yeah, righto.
One prong is the fact that you don't know that you've just outed yourself as a complete fucking moron is the whole problem.
Yeah.
And second, just in case you think you're clever and are going to jump in and go, it was a joke and you fell for it, you're not clever and you're not funny, sunshine. You're just not even close. All right, you're a dick. And yeah, the world has too much good in it, and I have too short a time on it to waste time with dicks.
You know, I'm getting that more and more. More and more. I was blessed to live in a situation where I was surrounded by artistic and brilliant people for a long, long time. And I thought the world was a bit like that. Foolish me. And then I was introduced and forced into a situation where I had to press the flesh with a broader spectrum of folk, and they ended up being disappointing. The world is pretty stupid, banal, cruel, and very quick to be fragile with their courage. And so recently I have more and more decided to gently but firmly hang with people that I find at least interesting. At least I can respect their intelligence. At least I can, you know, I've decided to up the ante on this because I recently have recovered from another near-death experience, whatever. And these things come fairly thick and fast in my world, and I think if I get on quickly, and make myself a target for the good and the light and the fun and the interesting, instead of crawling around in the shit of the world, then perhaps I'll have a better time of it. And when I am plucked from this mortal world by death, finally having a good move against me on the big board game of my life, I'll go satisfied instead of disappointed, is what I think.
Yep, and that's the winning approach right there. Go to the good. And you see so much bad, it's easy to just react to that and let that be what defines you.
Yeah, and it becomes reality, and it's not.